Satsumi and Seimaru stayed over Hana-chan and I's place. Ohayo gozaimasu! Rise and shine! We better get ready to go to the arcade. Satsumi, he perked up first and rushed to the restroom to brush her teeth. But Seimaru woke up and tried to gain on her. We needed to take turns for each of us to use the restroom since we only had one. Luckily, we didn't have to worry about showering since we already swam a lot the previous day. It was still kind of Izusu and her friends to invite us despite us not winning. I think it would be a good chance for our teammates to get to know each other. After all, we got ready and it was time for us to reach the subway stop. To get from Tokyo to Akiba, we had to take the subway from Hachiobori to the Akihabara Hibiya line. We waited patiently for our train to arrive. We got on. It was busy, full of all kinds of people. Yet in the distance, we did see Haru. Of course, he was just as quiet as ever, holding on tightly where he was. He was far away from us, from me and the girls. Man, we got lucky, didn't we, Captain? We get to sit together, Sakura said. I would love to know what games you girls want to play first. Honestly, I want to play all the racing games. That sounds pretty neat, I said. I want to play a castle defense game. I remember playing one with my brother where we had to defend the kingdom from all kinds of vicious shark people, I said. Also, I said I would love to play Pac-Man or Miss Pac-Man or even an RPG game. Or even give the UFO catcher a try. Seimaru only said one word of what game she liked, and it was Castlevania. Interesting choice, but so in character for her since she loves creepy stuff. I bet she wishes to be a vampire or a vampire hunter of herself. Hana-chan felt a little lost by her conversation. I remembered that she said she hasn't played a lot of video games, but now that she does have a boyfriend, I asked her if Asahi ever took her to play any games. You played games with Asahi, didn't you? I asked. Hana-chan said that she did go to the arcade a few times with him. She played a little bit of skee-ball and a little bit of Donkey Kong, but she said she wasn't very good at Donkey Kong. She was willing to try out other games at this arcade. And Akiba is way larger than the one near the college. And Hana-chan might not be versed, but she's still willing to learn. We talked back and forth until we stopped. Haru also stayed on the same car as us, but then he got off on the same stop. I tried to say hello to him, but he just walked away. Why was Haru even here? Is there a swimming competition here? Or did he get another job, is what I wondered. The job hypothesis question ended up being true, as we got off and felt a little lost, as we never seen this part of town. So much music, so much anime, manga, and other forms of pop culture. I absolutely loved all the familiar characters and songs they played as well. It almost sounded like that they were playing Kirby music. I recognized it from afar. Where are the Hidaka girls? This place is so big and yet so crowded. How are we ever gonna get there? Satsumi muttered. in confusion. I looked both ways across the street, and I saw Haru in the distance. He walked towards the arcade. I think he was working there. I think he was working there. I saw Haru walk in that building, I said. I pointed across the street to a large, colorful building that was the arcade. I signaled everyone to go across. After playing red light, green light, we literally got across the street. To that same building, the arcade was called Sound 1. It was bright and colorful building. It looked like a couple stories high. This place was definitely larger than life for the eyes to behold. We didn't know where to begin. But my priority was still to find Izusu and her friends. Satsumi put on her shades on her face. She wears those shades on her head, not just as sunglasses, but sometimes they help her see long distances. Seimaru also tried to look for us. Then we saw Izusu, wearing her baseball cap, playing her favorite fighting game again. I need to beat my high score. That strange guy's high score. Tomo and Hibiki were nearby, standing on a long line for a brand new UFO catcher filled with brand new Kirby plushies. You know how badly I want those Kirby's. Kawaii desu! Tomo squealed. Hibiki seemed to want to get one too. Hey girls, Satsumi signaled the girls to try to get their attention. All the girls seemed to be occupied with the games they were playing. However, Zia did ran over to us. Hello, Zia. It's good seeing you again. She grinned back at me. Zia is still somewhat new to the area, so she asked me what game we should play together. So I decided to look around with her and showed her a couple of my favorites. And that's where we saw. I could not believe I couldn't find that Shark People tower defense game. But I mentioned earlier, I did find a game that kind of brings me back, though. I found an old Dance Revolution machine. She never actually played this game before. I did once before with my brothers. It was so many years ago. Alright, let's go. Select your difficulty. Light, standard, heavy, or expert modes. I think we both settled for light mode, but Zia picked the song. Zia was incredible and extremely fast at dancing. Oh, those are incredible moves. Are you a dancer? I asked Zia, and Zia said, well, yes. She told me that originally she wanted to do interpretive dancing before she wanted to become a swimmer. She chose swimming over it. She just decided to choose swimming over it because she looked up to her older sister so much. She hopes to reach the same level as her older sister, Amara. Knowing that she has a sibling also entering the global level, I knew how she felt. We already had a lot in common already. Also, she has some similarities to Ikuya. The fact that both siblings might end up on the global stage together. Mentioning that, Izusu finally invited Satsumi and I over to play the racing game. We need 4 more players to play, Izusu said. Hibiki decided to join in, and I decided to play as well.